What's going on, everybody? You have Tone here, back with some more Draft League content, this time bringing you guys my team builder and battle for week 5 of the SBU, where this week we are taking on the Sacramento Nidokings, coach by ItzWhateva. A quick note, before I go any further, if you guys do enjoy the video, feel free, leave a like, drop a comment, click the subscribe button for more SBU content, as well as check out all the other coaches taking part in the SBU. So, that out of the way, looking at the matchup for week number 5, we are coming off a narrow 1-0 loss to the Ann Arbor Excelgor, so we are currently 2-2 heading into this matchup, heading into the second half of the regular season, taking on ItzWhateva and his Sacramento Nidokings, who I believe is currently coming in with a record of 1-3. But despite that, he has a very, very scary team. He has the Pheromosa, obviously, which is a very, very fast, hard-hitting Pokemon, but very frail. Tapu Koko is always a good mon in general. Then he has some very, very fat mons that I do have to prep for: Skarmory, Galarian Slowking, Suicune. But the one Pokemon in prep that definitely gave me fits, or I was really, really worried about in the building process, was definitely going to be that Garchomp. Garchomp by far was the biggest problem I had for my team, because the combination, like even in SD set, SD Scale Shot, Earthquake, Stone Edge, just decimates everything on my team. Like, if he gets up a Scale Shot, he outspeeds my Dragapult if I'm not running Choice Scarf, which, spoilers, I'm not. But yeah, Garchomp was a big pain in the butt to prep for in this matchup. So the team I ended up building was sort of overhauling the fact of not letting Garchomp sweep me. Now, granted, I didn't try to just over prep and just focus solely on Garchomp. I did take into account every other mon as best as I possibly could, even down to the Swoobat for the most part, which I don't think will come. I feel like I have enough adequate responses to Swoobat to at least force that thing out or prevent it from trying to get a late game sweep going. So, with that out of the way, let's just jump right into the team builder. So first up, we have our Choice Specs Dragapult with Shadow Ball, Draco Meteor, Thunderbolt, and U-Turn. He does have 2 Dark types in the Crawdaunt and the Drapion, and a normal type in Bouffalant. If he brings all 3, then he brings all 3. But for the most part, this set is still really, really good at pressuring his team. I do expect, at the very least, the Bouffalant to come for the most part, just to prevent my Dragon Ball from spamming. Shadow Ball, Draco Meteor is already checked by Tapu Koko. Thunderbolt is nice, specifically there for the Suicune, especially if Electric Terrain is up. And then U-Turn is nice to get momentum on said Ghost immunity, like the Bouffalant or any of his dark types he wants to go into, as well as being able to offensively check both the Garchomp and the Tapu Koko. So the EVs are very straightforward: max special attack to hit as hard as possible. The speed is enough to guarantee outspeed max speed Tapu Koko, as well as speed creeping and adamant Pheromosa in case he wants to be aggressive in his speed creep. We can punish him if he decides to go adamant Pheromosa, and the rest are just thrown into its HP and defenses just for some added bulk. So yeah, my dedicated wall breaker in this matchup. So moving on, next mon we have is our Leftovers Melmetal with Substitute, Double Iron Bash, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch. This set actually does a lot of work in this game. Granted, I wish Melmetal was a little bit bulkier on the specially defensive side, but can't be helped. But the idea behind this Melmetal set is the ability to sub down on Pokemon I can force out. For the most part, there isn't really much I can force out in theory. Like everything, like for the most part, everything on this team pressures Melmetal in some way, shape, or form. So Substitute I probably won't be clicking that often, or if at all. But regardless, I can sub down at the very least on Slowking if he's not packing Flamethrower for some reason or whatever. And then just fire off double iron bashes. Ice Punch is there for the Garchomp, Thunder Punch for the Suicune. The investment is basically enough HP and special defense to guarantee not have Melmetal sub broken by uninvested Suicune Scald, and the rest are just thrown into attack to hit as hard as possible. Other than that, just a very straightforward Melmetal set. Try to hit as hard as possible, and hopefully maybe get up a substitute. But yeah, like I said, Double Iron Bash, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch hits everything on his team, at least for neutral damage. Next up we have is my Zapdos with the heavy duty boots. Thunderbolt, Hurricane, Toxic, and Roost. I feel like I've pretty much been bringing a set like this on my Zapdos essentially every week, except for the times where I brought the Agility Metal Sound set against mid. But for the most part, this is basically my way of... I basically need to bring Zapdos, or else Garchomp just spams Earthquake against my entire team, which I pretty much wanted to avoid at all costs. Thunderbolt plus Hurricane hits everything on his team, at least neutrally, with the exception being the Tapu Koko, which I can throw off a Toxic and get that thing on a timer, and Roost for longevity. Thunderbolt over Hurricane, basically just to ensure I want to like hit the Suicune a little bit harder for some neutral damage as opposed to Volt Switching out and outspeeding it, and then let's force something else on my team to take the Scald, which I really don't want to avoid if at all possible. So the investment, this is actually just a very straightforward set. Max HP, enough speed is on here to guarantee outspeed Suicune, creeping a max speed Nidoqueen, and then the rest I just threw into special attack. I'm pretty guarantee I can live a Stone Edge from Garchomp if it's not SD, if it doesn't have a Sword Stance boost, so I'm pretty okay in that regard. But other than that, though, very straightforward Zapdos to say the least. Then we move on now to the funky stuff, which is first off my Urshifu. So like I said in the earlier, I really did not want Garchomp to sweep my team. I was scared to death of Garchomp. This Urshifu set goes against the norm of what I normally would use. Like normally it's just like an offensive Urshifu set, like max attack, max speed, and all that stuff. You don't really care much for having bulk. This Urshifu set goes against that and really just kind of like push my building or my calcs to God knows what ends. But yeah, this set is extremely bulky on the physically defensive side. The HP and the defensive investment is enough to guarantee avoid the one-hit KO from +2 Garchomp's It avoids getting OHKO'd by +2 unboosted Earthquake from Garchomp after rocks. So basically no Life Orb, no Soft Sand, none of that. I can take I can lift that hit guaranteed after rocks. The 204 attack EVs with an Adamant Nature ensures I knock out said Garchomp with Ice Punch, and the rest is just thrown into Spadef in case he's like take special hits a little bit better from stuff like Galarian Slowking if I need to. And the 4 speed's redundant, like it was leftover EVs, but it is helpful because of the fact that the 4 speed EVs actually lets me guarantee outspeed a Jolly Max Speed Crawdon and Jolly Max Speed Bouffalon, which is pretty funny. So yeah, that is the Urshifu set. This is my go-to Garchomp switch-in. As you see, I have Surging Strikes, Drain Punch. Drain Punch is necessary to get health back. Protective pads protecting me from any potential Rocky Helmet users he may bring. He has pretty much a total of, at the most part, I can see 5 potential Rocky Helmet users: the Skarmory, the Gourgeist, the Garchomp, the Suicune, and the Drapion. Drapion, the main one, just because of the fact that Battle Armor prevents it from getting crit. and then Ice Punch for the Garchomp, Thunder Punch is there for the Suicune. Next up, we have my Life Orb, Sheer Force Nidoqueen, with Poison Jab, Earth Power, Ice Beam, and Thunderbolt. This set is designed to act as a backup wall breaker and just pretty much takes advantage of everything on his team slower than Nidoqueen, stuff like Skarmory, stuff like Galarian Slowking, Gourgeist, if it's not Gourgeist Small, which will outspeed me. But yeah, the idea is to just try to come in, hit something hard, with backed by Sheer Force Life Orb. And it's kind of redundant, yes, that I am running Sheer Force Life Orb, and yet you see my investment. I basically have no investment into my attack or special attack investment, especially considering that I'm Sheer Force Life Orb with Poison Jab and I'm Bold Nature. So the reasoning for Poison Jab over Sludge Wave on the Nidoqueen was to basically counteract Tapu Koko if he is like a Calm Mind weakness policy set. I can Calm Mind. If he goes for Calm Mind trying to lift the Sludge Wave, I can go for Poison Jab, hitting it on its unboosted defense stat, and it does roughly 80% to the Tapu Koko, and it can't roost up the damage enough for me to go for another Poison Jab, and it potentially knock that thing out. Earth Power is for the Galarian Slowking, Ice Beam for the Garchomp, Thunderbolt for the Suicune. I can 2 KO that thing, especially if Electric Terrain is up. The investment I have here is basically enough to guarantee avoid the Oko from unboosted Pheromosa's Triple Axle after Rocks, and then as well as living a unboosted Earthquake from Garchomp after from full. It's either from full or after Rocks, but I can guarantee live a Garchomp EQ, and then the special defense is basically there to take hits better from stuff like the Tapu Koko. Like I think I can live. I think it lives stored power. If it goes for Calm Mind and stored power, I live that hit, and then I basically can take. I have a better chance of taking at least one Scald from Suicune as well. So that's what the extra special defense is for, and then the 4 speed is just leftovers, and the 4 speed and the 4 special attack is just leftover EVs from the investment. So yeah, that is a Nidoqueen. And then finally we have my Assault Vest Gardevoir with Psyshock, Moonblast, Thunderbolt, and Shadow Sneak. So yeah, this is my other countermeasure to the Tapu Koko. I have Psyshock to hit the Koko on its defensive stat. If he is a Calm Mind set, it also does a little bit more damage to Galarian Slowking if he's Assault Vest. Moonblast is just nice and spammable on his entire team. His Fairy Resist is a Skarmory, which will not appreciate taking a Thunderbolt, especially if Electric Terrain is up. And then the 4th move I have, and Thunderbolt also is there for the Suicune with Electric Terrain. If Electric Terrain is up, Suicune does get 2 KO'd by Thunderbolt if it does not have a Calm Mind boost. And Shadow Sneak is basically there to pick off weakened Tapu Koko, weakened Pheromosa, weakened Garchomp for the most part. So it's a little bit of a cheeky tactic. Hopefully I get to click it and show it off, but yeah. The investment I have here is basically I have the HP and the special and defense investment lets me guaranteed live a Scarf Garchomp's Earthquake, guaranteed, as well as something else. I was thinking about, but I think it was just specifically living a hit from Garchomp, barring Poison Jab or Iron Head. The 52 speed is enough to guarantee outspeed 4 speed Suicune, and then the rest I just threw in a special attack and 4 special defense for leftover EVs. So yeah, that is a team, and without further ado, let's skip right on over to the battle. Alright guys, so here we are with the battle against the Sacramento Nidokings and Coach ItzWhateva, and he decides to bring the Pheromosa, the Crawdaunt, the Tapu Koko, Suicune, Bouffalant, and the Garchomp. So no Galarian Slowking, no Skarmory is really nice, so Moonblast is really free to click with my Gardevoir. But for the most part, I don't see Zapdos being a bad lead for me in this matchup, just because it does have a okay matchup against everything else, barring if he leads off with the Garchomp and SDs in my face. That's going to be a problem. Or Coco, but I'm not too worried about that as far as I'm concerned. Alright, so good luck, have fun to ItzWhateva. This is definitely a different team than I expected. He didn't bring Drapion either, so let's see what he has for the Urshifu. He leads off with Pheromosa, though. So we're lead off with Zapdos, and I don't see... Well, I don't really have a good switch in the Pheromosa, but I'm just going to stand and click the Thunderbolt for the most part, because at the very least, I would like to get damage on Pheromosa regardless. Like, I don't really... Like, I need Zapdos for Garchomp, yes, but I'm pretty much okay for Garchomp. Like, I have Urshifu in the back, so I'm not too concerned, but I definitely want damage on the Pheromosa for sure. Triple Axe is going to come out. I should live the hit. That's 2. Come on. Look, perfect. Perfect. Fire off a Thunderbolt. No static, though. And it just dropped. Okay, perfect. So turn 1, Pheromosa is down. That's good. The bad news is I'm now very susceptible to Garchomp. Like, very bad. He could go Coco here just to revenge kill me. Or he could just go right into Garchomp right away. I'm hoping it's Coco, to be honest. Like, I don't want to see Garchomp right now. Never mind. Never mind. Well, as much as I would love to keep this around for the Suicune, I think I'm okay against Suicune for the most part, so I'm just going to stay in and Hurricane. Poison Jab gets the kill on me. Yeah, I'm fine with that. And we get the Static Para. Okay, I will take that. It sucks, but I'll take it. Alright, Zapdos is down. Getting the Static Para on this Garchomp is huge. The fact that he's Poison Jab, though, that doesn't really tell me much. But I guess I think for the most part, as odds a play as this is going to be, I think my Nidoking can outspeed him. I think, like, this is really awkward to go for, going straight to Nidoking, because he could be Scarf, but if he's Scarf, he's locking the Poison Jab. And if he's not Scarf, I outspeed him, because of the paralysis. So that's really good for me. So we're just going to go straight for the Ice Beam. Just going to go straight for the Ice Beam. If he goes Suicune, he goes Suicune. I'm okay with that. Let's see. Buffalon. Okay, so yeah. So this has to be a Assault Vest. That is AV. But that's totally fine by me. I'm just going to go straight out into... Sorry about that. I don't see a reason for me not to go straight into my Urshifu here, because I eat any hit from this thing. And just looking at what he brought, he doesn't have... Well, he has a Drain Punch switching in theory. He has the Suicune. Earthquake's gonna come out. Eat that up, Urshifu. Eating it up. And we're just going to fire off a Drain Punch and get some health back. Yep, he is going to switch into the Suicune, yep. Pretty much what I expected. Drain Punch. Doing some okay damage, about 25%. Not at full yet, but I'll take it. And for the most part, my Suicune switching is going to be my Gardevoir. So let's just go into it. I'm assuming this was Rocky Helmet on Suicune, because I don't see leftovers. The Gardevoir's going to come out, trace the pressure. Scald, yep. Does nothing. Does burn us. Unfortunate, but it's fine. And from here, I say just screw it. Sorry about that. I don't know if he's Calm Mind though, but I'm just gonna fire off a Moonblast. I went Moonblast over Thunderbolt because it covers him going into Coco as well. Back into Bouffalon. Okay. Like I'm totally okay with this because like you're switching the Dragapult to getting weaker and weaker. And I'm fine with that. So I'm just gonna make the same play. We're just gonna go right back into Urshifu. Right back into the Urshifu we go. Earthquakes again. Does nothing to our Urshifu. And we're just going to fire off another Drain Punch. Like, if he goes back into Suicune, that's... He's letting his Suicune get weakened, and that frees up my Melmetal. Suicune comes back out. Drain Punch again. Do like another 25%, I guess. Totally okay with this. And I guess we're just gonna go make the play right back out into our Gardevoir. Because for the most part, I need this. And nothing else on my team wants to take a Scald. Well, Dragapult can basically come in, but I don't see the point of going straight Dragapult on this Suicune. But, so yeah, just going back into Gardevoir. Alright, we trace the pressure again. Okay. He's gonna pull a double. Doubles into Coco. And he's Electric Seed. Okay, so this got a little bit more... This got a bit iffier. Sorry about that. I had little issues with my OBS. And he's Calm Mind, yeah. I'm totally okay with that. Calm Mind. Electric Seed goes for Moonblast. Get the special attack drop. That's good. And with Side Shock this time. Calm Minds again. Side Shock. Okay, that did about the same damage as the Moonblast. So I guess for the most part, what I'm going to do now is... like, my better judgment is just going to tell me to clicking Moonblast. To keep his special attack as low as possible. Roost, yep. So, you know, Calm Mind Roost. And the fact that he's Calm Mind means I'm thinking Stored Power and Electric, and Electric Seed. Another special attack drop, good. So now he's back at neutral. And for the most part, we're just gonna keep spamming Moonblast. Let me just check something real quick. Okay, yeah, it's only okay. So we only lost one Pokemon each. I'm thinking that if we forgot something, but I think we're gonna words. I'm actually going to go on to Melmetal because I didn't keep track, but I'm pretty sure this is the last turn of Terrain. Because he should Roost here. And I want to keep Melmetal around for the Gardevoir around for the Suicune if possible. So he does Calm Mind here. Electric Terrain should end here. Yep. Good. So he's +1 with no Electric Terrain. My Melmetal should eat the hit, and we're just going to double Iron Bash. We're just going to double Iron Bash here. If he goes Suicune, he goes Suicune, but he loses his boost. Thunderbolt. What the hell? Oh, he crit me. Wow. That sucks. Yeah, but Coco's gone. That's good. Good, good, good. Alright, so Coco finally drops. Coco finally drops. Now you can pretty much revenge kill me with anything. Which is okay, because Melmetal doesn't really do much against the rest of his team. Like, in theory it kind of does, but it's slower than everything else. Crawdon, okay. Like, he should just get his kill here, so I'm just going to go for the Thunder Punch. Like, there's no need for me to keep Melmetal around. Knock off. He has to kill me. And it does. Alright. Knock off my leftovers. We see Life Orb. Okay, that's cool. But what this does allow me to go is right back into Urshifu. Because you're switching the Drain Punch is looking kind of slim. Like, he's pretty much forced to go back into Suicune. Yep. Although, I don't know if 2 Drain Punches kill this. Or knock it out, I should say. It looks like it does. It looks like it does. So, I'm just going to go for the Thunder Punch. Just Thunder Punch. Actually, oh crap, I clicked that too fast. What if he's fast Suicune? Okay, good, he's not. I clicked that way too fast to even consider him being speedy Suicune. Luckily, that did not backfire in my face, because if my Urshifu got burnt, that would have been bad for me. Like, super bad. And for the most part, I think Urshifu is looking good for the win here. Garchomp comes out now, and we're just going to go fire off the Ice Punch. If he's Yachi Berry, he's Yachi Berry. Outrage. Okay, so he's definitely... Like, you don't run... He has to be Scarf. Ice Punch. And we knock out the Garchomp. Perfect. The crit, I don't think the crit mattered. Like, I definitely EV'd Urshifu to knock out Garchomp through if it wasn't Yachi Berry. Unless he was like a bulky Scarf Garchomp for some reason. But yeah, Urshifu should wrap this game up. Just Drain Punch here. Aqua Jet. Eating it up. Life Orb. Drain Punch. Knock you out. Yep, so it's like Urshifu's going to pick up the rest of... is going to clean up the rest of this game, and it's going to be a 4-0 win for us. Wow. Wasn't expecting this to happen. Dragapult didn't hit the field at all. Although, if things went in my favor pretty quickly, especially after the Garchomp got paralyzed by static. Like, after that, though, he was kind of on the back foot the entire time. Especially with the, he tried to bring it back with the Coco, but I got the special attack drops on him too, so yeah, not really the best performance, like, for the most part, but yeah, Rashif is going to clean up, and we're going to pick up a 4-0 win over the Sacramento Nidokings. GG to my opponent. Please sure to check out his side of the battle in the description down below. Urshifu Rapid Strike putting in the work, picking up 4 kills in this matchup. And then, of course, 1 kill for Melmetal and 1 kill for the Zapdos. Dragapult didn't hit the field at all. For the most part, yeah, a lot of things went in my favor in this game. The static para, the constant Moonblast special attack drops on the Coco prevented him from actually getting the Calm Mind Coco going for the most part. But yeah, so really unfortunate, but Pokemon is an unforgiving game at times. So we are now 3-2 plus 9 on the season. Week 6, we take on Amel and his Montreal Scorpions. Definitely looking forward to that matchup as well. And that's going to be it from me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, drop a comment, click that subscribe button, check out all the other coaches in the SBU, as I said. And yeah, that's going to be it from me. And until the next time, guys, this is Tone, signing out for now. Peace out.